CNN Portugal's Nuno Sousa Moreira is in Lisbon for us. Nuno, appreciate you being with us. We have been hearing from authorities in the last hour. We've also been hearing from the Public Prosecutor's Office, which has been working to identify the victims. Just bring us up to date with what they're telling us.
Yes, all that process of trying to identify all the victims, all the 16 that are confirmed right now, it has been very difficult. But now, through those confirmations made by Portuguese authorities in the last hour, we can now confirm that a North American citizen is among the mortal victims from this tragedy. Also, 2 Canadian citizens, 1 Ukrainian, 1 Swiss citizen, 2 South Korean and 5 Portuguese citizens are among the mortal victims for this historic and without precedent tragedy. So there is still 3 undisclosed victims without a known identification right now, and we also know that 6 critically injured remain in hospital trying to recover from the injuries that they suffered yesterday in this tragic accident in this street, Calçada da Glória, just behind where the debris are still on the scene.
Yeah, and that backdrop behind you, Nuno, it's so iconic, of course. There's so many who, not just, of course, us who are from Lisbon, but so many visitors. But, you know, today, last night, Lisbon continued to mourning, but there are also, Nuno, some really deep questions about how this unfolded, whether protocols were in place, where inspections had been carried out. What is your sense of what authorities are saying, what Carris is saying, the operator, of course, of Lisbon's public transport?
Of course. Now, this is a country deeply in a state of grief and sorrow, and these are still the most difficult hours, just a few hours passed after this tragic accident. Today we're living a nationwide grief today by a government decision, but most of all, this is a country united in grief and sorrow after one of the most tragic accidents in Lisbon's history. This is also a country in shock by all that images that we all have seen yesterday, with the dead bodies being removed from the debris by the rescuers in this street right behind me, and the injured trying to get out of the tragic scene and survive. Now, one thought is crossing the minds of many Lisbon residents and tourists that I've came across with today, and that is, it could have been me. It could have been me among the dead ones, among the injured. It could have been me among those who have lost some relative or even a friend, among those 40 passengers inside this funicular yesterday. Among the victims, we know that there is a German man that was vacationing with their wife and his 3-year-old son. The boy has already recovered now from the injuries in the hospital. Sadly, his father did not survive. This is just one of the stories that give us a closer look on how brutal this accident was, and it's going still to be to the victims and their families. For now, all the funiculars in Lisbon were closed under mayor's order, and inspection will be made to all of them. An investigation, as you said, is already undergoing to tell us exactly what went wrong. It could have been a problem with the main cable, some specialists said to CNN Portugal, but the company that runs the glorious funicular, it made right away public statements that says very clear that all the security procedures and maintenance work was up to date. From now on, how will these city residents and tourists deal with these funiculars and cable cars in the future? It's really hard to know right now.
Yeah, indeed. And our thoughts and prayers are with all those victims, of course, those who have died, those families, and of course, those injured, and indeed the city of Lisbon, my hometown. Nuno, appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed. That Nuno Sousa Moreira for us live in Lisbon.